Getting up early in the morning is nothing new for Somchai, a 65 years old farmer living in a small village of eastern Thailand. As usual, he starts his routines by finishing the daily chore that includes feeding and watering a small herd of backyard chicken that he keeps mostly for household consumption. However, there is something this morning that catch him by surprise. There are several bodies of chicken laying dead in the farmhouse. Having heard a widespread rumor of re-emerging bird flu that is deadly to humans and had severely hit the country some years ago, Somchai has increasing concerns. He decided then to bring this matter to someone's attention. A local veterinarian is called in to help figure out what is going on. After initial examination of the carcass, the local vet told Somchai that the chicken was suffer from an unknown infectious disease. The vet also told Somchai that this is the best diagnosis he can make based on the clinical symptoms alone, to determine the real cause of the disease and hopefully to rule out the possibility of bird flu infection. The local vet decided to submit the carcass to the Central Laboratory in Bangkok, National Institute of Animal Health. National Institute of Animal Health, or NIAH, in short, is the technical agency of Department of Livestock Development. Its headquarters are located in Bangkok, but it has 9 regional centers all over the country to serve the needs of animal handlers who live in far-reaching areas. NIAH's major responsibilities include investigating and monitoring animal disease, conducting research, and producing biological products for disease prevention and diagnosis. At NIAH, a multitude of specimens, or as we may refer to as cases, is received every day from different parts of the country for disease diagnosis. To facilitate a huge number of tedious work, NIAH has developed a computerized database called Laboratory Information Management System, or LIMS. Routine specimens are admitted at the sample submission unit. Here, a few specimens, in this case the chicken's carcass, will be designated with a running number on barcode. Other information along with the chicken, such as farmer's name, address, animal species, as well as clinical findings, will be entered into a computer. The computer within the sample submission unit operates on the database platform and is connected to computers in other units, including laboratories, allowing multiple users to key in, update, and keep track of the information in a real-time fashion. Usually, an initial analysis of specimens starts here in the necropsy room. Not to forget that the chicken carcass may harbor the deadly pathogen. The pathologist puts on personal protective equipment and soaks the carcass with a disinfectant to be safe. In the necropsy room, the pathologist is examining the carcass and collecting the chicken's tissue for further analysis. Next, the pathologist has to submit the tissues that she had collected to appropriate diagnostic laboratory, in this case, the virology lab. Back to Somchai. while expecting the laboratory results from NIAH. Bad news is now he himself doesn't feel very well. Fortunately, the local vet is keen enough to suggest him to see the doctor. He also wants the doctor to be fully aware of possible widespread disease. Now the doctor's job is not only to cure Somchai, but to keep close eyes to his neighbors as well. In the virology lab, a scientist is now working hard to determine the cause of the disease. To make sure that all the laboratory results are consistent each and every time, the scientist strictly follows what we call Standard Operating Procedures, or SOP. This SOP is so stepwise and informative that it tells the scientist just about everything, such as temperature, time, and concentration of each chemical reagent to work with. More importantly, the SOP as well as laboratory equipment and even laboratory staff, especially for major disease like bird flu, have been approved by an ISO certifying agency. The ISO even controls time need for laboratory analysis. For this reason, our clients are the ones who earns benefit from the system because they can be so confident that they will receive the accurate laboratory result right on time. And since NIAH is regional centers and other laboratory agencies like university belong to the same laboratory network, the farmers or the clients can choose to submit their specimen to any laboratory near them. Usually, the laboratory network members are scheduled to meet at least once a year to harmonize their SOP and discuss the best service they can offer to the clients. Now, we will have to wait a few days for the complete laboratory results for Somchai to come out. Apart from disease diagnosis, NIAH actively participates in the design and implementation process of prevention and control measures of animal diseases. With the collaboration from other veterinary services, both at local and national levels, we regularly organize meetings with the animal handler to discuss with them and give them guidance and advice concerning disease prevention and control, such as proper time of vaccination. And we serve farmers of all the entire range, from small-scale farmers like Somchai to medium-scale farmers like pig farm owners, and large-scale operators like animal product processing plants, and international livestock traders. In addition, NIAH takes care of various types of animal handlers to cope with animal health in both livestock animals such as cattle, buffaloes, sheep, goats, pig, chickens, fish, shrimp, and companion animals like dogs, cats, and horses, as well as wild animals. Our clients are welcome to stop by and discuss to our vet staff in person about their animal health problem, or talk with us through other media like telephone and internet. Showing now, our veterinarian is talking to a cat's owner about rabies testing and vaccination program. Our veterinary staff emphasize on meeting with all stakeholders, especially in case of disease outbreak. Pre-warning and public awareness are among the key steps to prevent and reduce loss to farmers, public health, and national economy. Not just sitting in the office for case submission, NIAH actively reaches out to the farmers in their own towns too. Showing now, our veterinarians are in a meeting with local people, including livestock volunteers and village leaders, to listen to the real problems concerning their livestock. The on-site meeting like this one have been proved to be successful not only to mitigate risk of disease spread to animals and humans, but to minimize economic and social loss due to animal disease. We also work in close cooperation with public health personnel to share knowledge and experience and completely integrate such knowledge for the best welfare of people. All these years, we have initiated a specialized team that we call Mobile Veterinary Rapid Response Team, or MVRRT. The MVRRT is teamed up with our trained veterinary personnel with considerable experience. With a 4-wheel pickup truck shown here, our vet staff can quickly reach our farms in the rough terrain area in order to respond to a disease outbreak or emergency situation like the recent flood crisis in Thailand. This MVRRT is equipped with necessary equipment for basic examination of disease and medicines if a prompt treatment is needed. And just a few years ago, we have strengthened the capability of the MVRRT by adding a mobile laboratory vehicle, which allows a precise and fast disease analysis within just 3 hours. Let's get back to Somchai. The good news is he and his chickens are not affected by the deadly bird flu disease. According to the doctor, he is just suffer from a seasonal flu, while his chickens were infected by a bacterial disease which can be treated with a soluble antibiotic based on our laboratory results. Now Somchai has been back to his house and is on a good recovery. The achievement of the NIAH activities has resulted in effective disease control and an increase of animal production through its effort to improve animal health and production to meet international standards. NIAH has finally fulfilled its roles in improving the farmers' standards of living to accelerate national economics and social development. National Institute of Animal Health is moving forward to improve sustainable lives of farmers and carriers and safeguard animal health and public